With Neeraj Pandey's Khakee, the Bihar Chapter, has Netflix finally found its own Mirzapur? Let's break it down. Set in the early 2000s, the series is based on a book by police officer Amit Lodha and follows his investigation that led to the capture of Samant Pratap, one of Bihar's most dangerous criminals. In this show, however, the ruthless criminal in question is Chandan Mato, played by Avinash Tiwary.
अगर अन्याय के खिलाफ आवाज उठाना अपराध है तो हम अपराधी हैं।
Over the show's 7 episodes, we see Chandan's rise to power from the overlooked nobody to dreaded killer and crime lord as he makes moves and takes down one big fish after another to make a name for himself. Tasked with bringing down the dreaded gangster once and for all is the righteous no-nonsense cop Amit Lodha, here played by Karan Tacker. From writer Uma Shankar Singh and director Bhav Dhulia, Khakee, the Bihar Chapter is yet another gangland streaming show of guns and glory set in a lawless land where corruption and killers reign supreme, and violence and fear is the only currency that matters. Like Neeraj Pandey's previous shows on Disney Plus Hotstar, like Special Ops, Khakee is by no means going for depth or nuance. It's about a bunch of really bad dudes being bad and the very good, honest, amazed officers tasked with bringing them down. But it works because the show isn't aspiring for high drama or a particularly sophisticated narrative. Instead, it's looking to provide well-crafted entertainment and lawless thrills, which it does well, making for a fun ride. This is accessible, simplistic storytelling, but there's a self-awareness to it that I was taken by. I like that the show doesn't take itself or its characters too seriously and sticks to its strengths. Everyone here is a walking, talking trope or swagged up cliche, and I mean that in a good way. At its best, it reminded me of gangster flicks like Milind Luthria's Once Upon a Time in Mumbai. I liked how pacey the narrative is, ensuring that there's never a dull moment as the plot is constantly moving briskly along. Where Khakee does fall short though is its 7-episode length. This is a well-told story that didn't need more than 4 to 5 episodes to bring it to life. Chandan's initial rise to power, for example, isn't quite as compelling, tense or taut as the manhunt to bring him down that takes up the final leg of the series. Think of Neeraj Pandey's own Special Ops 1.5, the Himmat story, which did a great job of making a story just as long as it needs to be with 4 episodes alone. Like that series, there's certainly a 5-episode version of Khakee that has a far tighter hold on us. Khakee also doesn't quite have the rip-roaring, chest-beating thrills of Mirzapur, nor does it offer any characters that would make it to the Indian Gangster Hall of Fame. But where it does shine is some sparkling performances. Armed with his imposing biceps, a well-cast Karan Tacker plays the templated honest cop with sincerity. It's not always easy to make the righteous do-gooder interesting, but Karan does it well. As the big bad Chandan Mato, while Avinash Tiwary is suitably menacing, it's the supporting performances that really steal the show. An excellent Abhimanyu Singh and Anup Soni stand out as honest, jaded officers in a crooked system. On the flip side, there's also the always impressive Ravi Kishan as local gangster Abhimanyu Singh. It was also wonderful seeing Sacred Games' Jatin Sarna on screen again, here as Chyawanprash Sahu, Chandan's right-hand man. Jatin is a talented performer, especially in how he brings unpredictable, unhinged figures to life, and I couldn't help but wonder what he might have done with the Chandan Mato role. But for me, no one quite shines brighter here than Ashutosh Rana as Amit Lodha's deliciously slimy senior officer who knows how to play the politics game to rise up the ranks. But of course, elsewhere, it's zero shits given when it comes to the female characters. While an impressive Nikita Dutta brings interesting shades to the overlooked, underestimated housewife as Amit's wife Tanu, she's unfortunately given very little to do. It's also got to be said that Khakee has a very sanitized, simplified, reductive approach to its depiction of caste politics, constantly referencing caste but refusing to explore the ugly nuances of it. Also, random side note, but why do these cops and gangster shows and movies always do that thing where the good guy finally catches the bad guy and points his gun at him but then slowly walks towards him till they're close enough for the bad guy to knock the gun out of his hand, and suddenly it's like, oh no, what a mistake. I guess we must now engage in a testosterone-fueled chase across town and destroy as many sabziwalas as possible in the process. In the grand scheme of things, is Khakee the Bihar Chapter the kind of show we're going to remember a year from now? Perhaps not. But was it fun, well-crafted entertainment that keeps you invested and scratches that gangster swag itch that many of us have? Certainly. You can watch Khakee the Bihar Chapter on Netflix.